Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are back with another body painting video, but this time I'm going to be talking about kind of like, I want to say controversial, but not really, but kind of to some people, which is all about full torso painting. I have been doing full torso painting for 2 years, I think, maybe 3. I think this is my 3rd year doing full torso paints. And if you don't know what that is, I'll post some little pictures here, but basically it's where you paint your entire torso. And I have, throughout the years that I've been doing this, I've gotten a lot of questions, I've gotten a lot of comments, so I kind of wanted to talk about the basics of full torso painting if you are somebody who wants to try to do that, okay? So we'll just get right into it. The most common question or comment that I get is, are you naked? And the answer to that is no. So here's what I personally use. I use these little pasties, okay? These just go over your little lady bits or man bits. And you put them over that, okay? And they cover that area, okay? Then I take any form of latex. I have a bunch of slip latex because that's how I make masks. So you just put a couple of layers of latex over this. And the reason you want to do that is because it allows it to become a smooth base. And then it also covers the edges. So that way you don't just like see the outline of this and it's easier to paint over. It basically creates what people call a latex bra, okay? And so I get these you can get them from Amazon, Ulta. I'll post the specific one that I use personally. These I really enjoy because they're not fabric. They're a little bit more kind of plasticky, so they're easier to paint over. They're easier to latex. Sometimes the latex can get stuck to the fabric ones. So these are what I use, and then I cover it with a couple layers of liquid latex. So the reason why I say no, I'm not naked, is it would be like wearing a bra or a like bikini top or something. When you see somebody who's wearing a bikini top or a bra, they're not naked, okay? What needs to be covered is covered, and then it's just covered in paint. So if you feel uncomfortable by people asking you that, or you feel worried about people who are going to be like, oh, she's painting naked, remind them of that because that's probably the number one comment and question that I get in regards to full torso painting is, are you naked? The answer to that is no. So yes, I use these pasties, and then you use a couple of layers of liquid latex. Another thing that I get is, why? Why are you doing this? Why do you paint this? Why not just put on a shirt? The answer to that is because it's actually very cool to be able to paint on clothing and have it look like you're an entire character. I did not full torso paint for a very long time because I was terrified of it. Okay, it's a very kind of vulnerable thing to do, to kind of put your body out there in a different way. And even though you are covered, you know, it's kind of scary to just be like, here's this with paint. But it's also really, really cool to be able to turn yourself into a character and see yourself in a way that you wouldn't normally. Like, I don't have armor. I don't have these specific suits that these characters wear. So to be able to put that on myself and paint myself to look like that is so fun to me. And another thing that's really cool is being able to like kind of morph your body to look a different way. Like, you can create a really, really thin waist, or like, you know, the corpse bride arm where it just looks like you have a bone. It's a really, really cool artistic expression. And I know that there's a lot of people who are probably wanting to do it but are scared to do it. And the biggest thing that I can say is to just do it. Because once you do it the first time, it is so not only kind of like liberating, but also so cool to be able to see yourself in a way that you've never seen yourself before. So a couple of tips that I have in regards to the full torso paints is, again, the pasties and the latex is the number one thing. That is what you will need. The number 2 thing I recommend is a standing mirror, or a mirror that you can look at while you do it. Don't use like a handheld mirror unless you're getting like small details, because you're standing, and for me, I use my computer monitor. So I have my mirror here, and then I have the picture that I'm using on this monitor right here. So I'm able to look back and forth and just do that. Something I am going to warn you about is it is very physically demanding. And I know that probably seems so, I don't know, not true, But the thing is you're standing, and these for me take about 7 hours. And so you're standing. Most of the time I am sitting, because when I stream it, I paint this part up and then my arms, and then I get off stream and then I do the rest of it. So it takes about 7 hours. I'm standing for about 3 of those, and it really does take a toll on your body. So I will say, don't try to like do too much if you're not ready for it. Really kind of ease your way into it. You're going to use the same products that you would use for normal body painting. So just your body paint, eyeshadows, stuff like that. You don't need anything extra except for the pasties and the latex, and just really go for it. A couple other little things that I would recommend is a good, like, either get one of those standing mats or like a good chair that you can sit in and take a break. Make sure to take breaks. When you go to shower it off, know that it's going to be a lot, okay? That is quite the shower. I do recommend getting something like this. This is a silicone loofah, and it's really nice because it's reusable. It's not so nasty as like a normal loofah. Sometimes I'll just use the normal one if I forget to grab this, but this is nice because you have like 2 different sides to it, and it really, because of the bristles of it, it really helps you get the body paint off. Because for me, it's my arms, it's under here, it's my sides, like it's your whole torso. So it's a lot more to remove than just like your face and chest. And so I do highly recommend getting silicone loofahs if you can. I've been finding that just normal body wash works well. I think soap works okay, but I actually prefer a body wash because it gets a lot more kind of lathery, and you're able to like really get the soaps off. And I will say, for some reason right here on my neck tends to stain quite a bit, so know that that's a thing. Know that you're going to be staining here. Honestly, this sounds so weird, this part of your arm is going to stain so much, okay? I think it's because your skin is a little bit thinner right there. So yeah, your body's gonna stain quite a bit weirdly in this area of your arm. So it's gonna constantly look like you're bruised if you do a lot of full torso paints. I'd say the biggest piece of advice is to just do it. And try to ignore what people say. A lot of people kind of take it and make it a very sexual thing. And I will say there are people who do that for that specific reason, which is their prerogative. They can do whatever they want. But just ignore the people who are going to make really weird comments about it. I know that it's probably a little bit more, it's easier said than done. But at the end of the day, you know what you're doing, you know? If you're doing it and you're not, you feel like you're not naked and you're just painting yourself to turn yourself into a character, then just go for it. People are going to make comments no matter what. And it's kind of funny because I didn't realize the extent of what people would say until I went viral for one. And I did this mask body paint. It was a full torso paint. It's the first and only thing that's ever gone viral for me. And I ended up turning the comments off on all of the videos because it was a lot of people seeing something that they had never seen before. And it was, it was so wild to see so many people commenting on like your body and what is this, and there's children watching, and it's a lot, and it's kind of a commitment if you decide you want to do it, but it's not a bad thing, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people who've made a career out of it, and they do a beautiful job, and at the end of the day, it's an art form. So this is kind of an interesting video for me because there's not many like tips outside of normal body painting that I would give you. The only thing that I would say is different is the pasties and the latex, but I also know that it's a big kind of mental thing. So I kind of wanted to give some advice in regards to, if you want to full torso paint, what to kind of expect, but also give yourself some grace in knowing that, you know, what you're doing is fine. So if you do have any specific questions, please leave them down below. I do want to say a massive thank you to everybody who's been watching my videos. I do see that there are more eyes on my videos than normal, so I do really appreciate it. If you have any body paint questions, please leave them down below because I have no idea what I'm doing. And I mean, I know how to body paint, but I mean, I don't know what videos people want to see, so I'm just trying to make what I think would be helpful. So if you do have any questions, please leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week in my next one. Goodbye.